how did you go about and discover breathwork? Because I think that's amazing, and I think more people need to understand how important your breath really is.
Yeah. I think, I mean, breath work is a big part of yoga, meditation, mindfulness, Buddhism. But they always just use the word breath, right? Follow your
Yeah.
breath. That's kind of where it's been at. I think in the last 20 years, so much research has been done about, nasal breathing and the effects of, a meditation practice, which is a lot of breath work. And I think as we as North Americans, we like to break things down into their smaller parts, right? Where we look at things mechanically, like the world's a machine. And so I think we started to extract a lot of the things out of mindfulness and meditation that worked. And one of the things a lot of these like authors and scientists and social scientists picked up on is, just breath work. And then we've been doing it like from way back when therapists used to tell people breathe and count to 10, right? It's been something that's known, but now it's like, and especially with like high level sport, starting to understand how the respiratory system affects recovery and performance. I think as all of this information rises, I think then like I kind of, with my like YouTube habits, stumbled upon a lot of information about this stuff. And I think it was Joe Dispenza who really brought it home. He's, I don't know, a lot of people think he's like a pseudoscientist. He's an author. He was a chiropractor. He's got a book called, what is the book called? What is his book called? I forget what Joe Dispenza's book is called, but it digs deep into, a lot of what they call psychosomatic healing or, spontaneous remissions in certain conditions.
Yeah, yeah.
So
It's funny that you classify it as a pseudoscience because I recently just read that.
but I don't. Some people do.
Yeah, but that it's funny that they think that and they laugh at it because like I read that everything is technically a pseudoscience. Because science is constantly changing. Science is supposed to be law. Science is supposed to be, fact. But then when it changes, that means what we were believing wasn't the fact. So then we have to understand that everything as it evolves is changing. So it can't quite be a science. It has to be a pseudoscience because right now we're just in this state of believing that this is accurate. So.
Well, you just hit the nail on the head right there. Science is a faith.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's actually a faith in the way it's executed and the way it's understood. And most things must be if you understand how reality works. It's not like we're working with a lot of like the base building blocks of the universe and we understand how things are derived, that we have some greater grasp of what's going on. No, it's mostly guesstimates and hypotheses that we're acting on. And those are the same as what the people in the earliest days ran off of when they created the religions of the world, right? So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's based on something that appeals to us more so in our rational minds, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where we're at. And which speaks to your point earlier that I wanted to touch on, like, how like for a long time, like we looked at bodybuilding and exercise as aesthetics. But I think that was a reflection of where we were at as a collective in North America. And I think as we exhausted the gains of aesthetics, we kind of discovered something beyond that. And that's kind of how it's always going to work. Same with science, right? It's like you get to that frontier and then that frontier becomes, every day. And then there's a new frontier after every day.